Seems like it's just the two of us.
You mean Mrs. Cream won't be coming? Oh my, there goes the electricity. What do we do now?
Have you ever wondered how writers come up with funny stories? Is there a formula? Is there a method to their madness?
I can see! I can see! I have legs! Oh, shit!
The secret can be explained in just one word. Escalation.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Where our heroes find themselves with a problem to solve, and when attempting to make things better, they only make it worse. And then worse after that. And then even worse.
Well, the chef leaves at 9, I'm afraid. We could always do you sandwiches.
Oh, I'd like a hot meal, really. Is there a restaurant near here?
Well, there's an awfully good little Welsh place, Leek House, about 5 minutes' walk. You'd have to go straight away.
Oh, that'll do fine.
Just turn left out of the gate and straight on, and it's on your right.
One of the best examples of this is the classic sitcom, Frasier. In one of my favorite episodes, the seal who came to dinner, Niles and Frasier are tasked with hosting a dinner party for the Seattle Gourmet Club. Will things go smoothly? Of course not, because that's not comedy. So let's go through this beat by beat. First, the stakes. Niles is doing this to earn back some of his dignity after his marriage fell apart. And Frasier is currently unemployed, so is looking to impress one of the guests in order to find a new job. There has to be a motive for our characters, because if they don't care, why should we?
And after the year I've been through, I needed something to restore my pride, my dignity, my manhood. That golden apron could do it.
Second, how do they approach this problem? Now, this is key, because for the purposes of comedy, they have to set themselves up for failure. Can they host at a restaurant? Nope, against the club rules. Can they host at Frasier's apartment? No, his balcony has a cracked window, which the snooty guests would surely criticize. So what do they come up with? Hosting the dinner at a beach house belonging to Niles' estranged wife whilst she's out of the country. Their plan is to simply sneak in, host the party, and sneak out. What can possibly go wrong? The first escalation. They find a dead seal washed upon the shore. Not a pleasant sight, not a pleasant smell. They have to get rid of it. So what can they do?
And just how do you suggest that we dispose of a dead seal? I see. I see. Charming. Well, we have two options. We can either bury it or haul it out to sea, in which case he suggests that we stab some holes into it.
Stab holes in it?
To make it less buoyant.
It would certainly make me less buoyant. But we'll have to bury it. Help me find a shovel.
Right.
All right, let's do this. Quick.
What's the matter, Niles? You couldn't find any demitasse spoons?
I'm sorry, this is all we have.
Niles, for God's sake, it'll take us till doomsday with these things. Let's just stick it into the dinghy and haul it out to sea. Come on.
I'm not touching that thing with my bare hands.
Well, all right, just go get a sheet or something to wrap it in. Poor noble creature. At least in death, you've achieved a kind of tragic dignity.
We can wrap it in this. Quick.
A peach peignoir.
Yes, and I found perfume.
We're giving it a burial, Niles, not a day of beauty.
Remember what I said earlier about setting themselves up for failure? A dead seal washing ashore isn't their fault, but trying to take the easy way out will be a problem they make for themselves. The second escalation. A snooty chef who won't let anything upstage his food and is liable to walk out. There's also a meteor shower due that evening, and Niles wants his guests to be able to view it from the deck. So we've upped the ante for our protagonists and added a deadline in order to create tension. So they try again. This time, they try anchoring the seal down with a lamp whilst still refusing to stab holes into it. Again, all choices our characters decided to make, which will ultimately come back to bite them.
Ah! It's back! Oh my God. The tide must have washed it back in. No, we should have taken their advice and stabbed some holes in it.
No, I refuse to even contemplate something so disgusting. We'll just row it back out, and this time we'll weigh it down with something.
Oh, Niles, what about that hideous anchor lamp?
Perfect. We'll tie it with the peignoir sash. It'll sink like a brick.
The third escalation. The party seems to be going well. Niles' guests are having a good time, and Frasier is charming his potential new boss. But, because of the choices they made earlier, they are now beginning to reap what they sowed.
As you may know, I've arranged a small meteor shower for our entertainment this evening. So feel free to claim your spots now on the observation deck.
There certainly are a lot of gnats buzzing about out here.
Yes, there are.
Here, allow me.
Oh, dear God. All right. Get out there and stab that thing.
No, I'm sick to death of chaperoning that carcass.
I can't do it. I'm the host.
Niles, because of that woman in there and a scrappy band of third world rebels, I am this close to getting a national radio show of my own. You have to do it.
All right. Get me a knife. Close those curtains. Don't let anyone out on this deck till I come back.
Fine.
Where's the damn thing gone to? Got it. Thanks.
Faced with no other choice, Niles has to get back out there, stab it with holes, and row it out to sea again. But this delay is now cranking up the tension established earlier by jeopardizing the dinner and distracting Frasier in his quest for a new job.
Stand back and witness the spectacular view through this transom.
Can't we see them better from outside?
Oh, no. It's much safer in here, you see. You never know where they might land.
Lastly, we have the result. What will be the final outcome of all the decisions our characters made? How can things get any worse? Well, the police arrive after a neighbor reported seeing Niles attempting to murder his wife after seeing him stab someone dressed in her peignoir, smelling of her perfume, and attempting to dump the body out at sea. And how do we find Niles? In the end, the brothers are hauled away. Frasier doesn't get the job, and Niles' dinner party fails spectacularly. In summary, things didn't get worse simply because of bad luck. The characters brought it upon themselves. When faced with a problem, they repeatedly made all the wrong choices, which only escalated the problem. And ultimately, they failed.